How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Bills, Bengals, two of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. Bills, 6 straight dubs. Bengals, 7 straight dubs. And these two teams are going to clash possibly, very possibly, for the first of 2 times this season. Hinting at a little postseason matchup possibly here. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, two of the best in the league at their position right now. Two people that like to get their names into that MVP talks later to end this season, we should say here. Let's start talking about, I want to talk about this Buffalo Bills defense. This is going to be an interesting matchup. The Bengals just lost La'el Collins to an ACL out for the season. Jonah Williams, we've seen he's had some up and down games so far this season where he's allowed a lot of sacks to opposing pass rushers. So we're going to see the Bengals, essentially, offensive line's really been figuring things out, been playing a lot better ball lately, but we're going to see the 2 tackle positions really questioned in this game. Because they're going to go up against a couple pretty good pass rushers in Miller and Russo this week, and we're going to see if the Bengals can manage to slow these guys down on the edges here against the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills team, again, went into the season with a great defense, going through the season with a great defense. Even after the loss of Von Miller, you think, oh, Von Miller goes down, what's Buffalo going to do? Well, the fun thing about Buffalo's defense was it was in such a great position before Von Miller even came around. And that shows. 3 of the last 4 games, this team's allowed 13 or fewer points ever since Miller has left this team due to injury this season. We're still seeing this team with one of the best linebacking corps in the league right now. Matt Milon, Tremaine Edmonds been playing some stellar ball this season for this team. And they're going to go up against a red-hot Cincinnati Bengals offense this week. A little power versus power. The Bengals, with the exception of the fact, let's not talk too much down about our Bengals here, but with the exception of the fact that this team's been playing red hot, for the last 8 quarters this team has played, they have been absolutely blanked. Offense has been stagnated. It was a tough first half, and it was a tough second half. First half against the Bucks, second half against the Patriots. 2 teams that have figured out a way clearly, to some extent, how to slow down this Cincinnati Bengals offense. We'll see again. The Bills are going to pick that up this week against the Bengals. A Bengals team, though, you look at this team on offense and you say, man, yeah, let's slow down Ja'Marr Chase. It's like, okay, that's great. There's T. Higgins on the other side. You got to focus on both of these guys. Tyler Boyd, long as his hand's healthy, I mean, this is your third man. It's tough to stop this guy in a slot. Now, Hayden Hurst, these guys coming up and down with the injuries lately, but these guys are all healthy and ready to play. And you got to worry about Hayden Hurst, who's been an absolute dog in the middle of the field this season. A guy that just is showing really setting the tone and culture for this team. But when it comes to toughness and physicality on the offensive side of the football, I mean, if La'el Collins didn't do it last week walking off the field with a torn ACL, MCL, I mean, it's clear. That's the culture of this team. You're going to grind out games. You're going to grind out wins and just try to out-tough. Out-tough's going to be the word. You're going to try to out-tough the opposing team. And you're going to say, all right, we got to worry about these 4 guys. Wow, we finally can start game planning against that. But when you got a quarterback with the caliber of Joe Burrow and you just give somebody with some talent, anybody with some talent on this team with some depth at the wide receiver, tight end position, and Joe Burrow's going to find that guy. And that guy's Trenton Irwin. Trenton Irwin, again, he's not lighting up the stat sheet, but when you watch this guy play and you watch these Bengals games, he's making plays when it counts. Guy's averaging 15 yards of reception right now. He had a couple of touchdowns again last week, and we're just seeing Burrow slowly but surely build some chemistry with this guy. And he's making the most of his opportunities. Again, it's not like we're playing, let's get this guy involved in the offense, a quick screen pass, a quick slant throw, or whatever, open space, dump it off. No, this guy's 15, 20 yards down the field. Burrow's dropping in this guy's basket, and he's making plays. It's becoming tougher and tougher to slow down this Bengals offense week in and week out. One thing that can obviously make it a little bit more simple for an opposing team's defense is getting some pressure on the quarterback and offensive line. It's played stellar lately. They're going to be down a big player here at right tackle, and you have to see how are things going to go. I think they did all right last week. We've seen a Patriots defensive line that is more than capable and well known for getting pressure on a quarterback. So it's hard to look back and say, well, how'd they do against the Patriots? Patriots going to knock down every quarterback. That's what they specialized on this season with that duo over there in Yuch and Judon. Those guys best in the league right now. How will the Bills do against them this week, though? Moving to the Bills on the offensive side of the football. This is a team that you don't really know the Bills for running the football. Because you got Josh Allen, an elite quarterback behind the center. You got that elite wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. An elite wide receiver who, by the way, is probably going to be the best receiver the Bengals have seen this season. And he's going to go up against, again, we've talked about this in the past with the Bengals. No Woozy, it's been a while now. Their number one corner. But how are they going to match up now when they have to go up against a guy like Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen? Elite quarterback, elite wide receiver. Really, again, it's been the best the Bengals have seen this season. That's not a shot, I guess we shouldn't say too much, because Patrick Mahomes, we've seen Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, but a guy obviously playing tight end coming down the middle compared to out wide. A little bit different situation here for the Bengals. What are we going to see happen here? Again, though, Dave Davis, McKenzie, this is a Buffalo Bills team that, let's face it, Josh Allen, much like Joe Burrow, he's going to find the open man. His man right now is Stephon Diggs, though. Back to the run game. I didn't want to get distracted here. We said they're not known for the run game. This team averaging 5.3 yards per carry on the ground. They've been stellar on the ground. And it makes it that much easier for this team to be potent through the air. You can't just drop back 8 against the Buffalo Bills like you do Patrick Mahomes. I don't think that's going to work. That's worked for the Bengals. Their 3 games against Patrick Mahomes. I think their run game, if you're going to do that, they're going to run the football. They're more than capable of reeling out 5, 6, 7 yards of carry. They'll do it to you. That being said, though, if the Bengals can find a way to get into these down and distances, drop 8 a little bit different. This is the Bengals defense, by the way. Pretty good at stopping the run. And I think they're more than capable of creating these down and distances. Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots last week, 2.3 yards per carry. Nick Chubb, 2.4 yards per carry. Derrick Henry, 2.2 yards per carry. Just some running backs this team has gone up against in this win streak, and just some running backs this defense has clearly shut down and clearly helped stagnate this or opposing team's offenses. You're going to force Josh Allen to throw this football to win this game. He's capable of doing it. A Bengals defense, again, goes up against Lamar Jackson twice a year. They've found a way to contain this guy's legs. And again, we know Josh Allen, the difference here, this guy can beat you with his legs, but he can beat you through the air. Obviously, far and away better personal opinion here than Lamar Jackson through the air. I mean, Lamar's known for his legs. I don't think there's a big debate on that one there. But Josh Allen can beat you in a lot of ways in this game. And how do the Bengals go up against this guy? And how do they contain him? How do they prevent him from extending these plays and getting the ball down the field to these receivers? It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good game. I like to play the how do you bet against the Bengals when they're a red-hot game. But now they're going up against the Bills, who are also red-hot. But you're going to go in Paul Brown Stadium in Buffalo. That'd be a tough place to play. I think the Bills could take that one. But the Bengals are playing some of the best football they've played all season. Joe Burrow's rolling. You're going to let them play in Paul Brown Stadium under the lights. Big game. Big game. Joey B's going to be out. Potential number 1 seed on the line. I'm going to say Bengals win this one. 31-34. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.